folks, don't worry. We are here. We are here. We are going to get this game right back and up for you guys. It seems that we had a little bit of trouble on RBBL's end. It seemed to be a little bit of computer troubles. We are just getting this thing set up. Do not you all worry. There's an ad that's going to play in about 40 seconds, so we will work around that real quick. Make sure that we had it here. Okay. We're just setting the things up so that we know where exactly to go once this all gets figured out. All right. We know that Libby had given up a run. Okay. So this was reaching the top of the 6th. Okay, we have that. Then we have this. I'm gonna check one last thing before we get started. Everyone hang tight. Do not you worry. Do not you worry. We are gonna get this game right back on schedule. How are y'all doing this evening? Oh my gosh. And there were like 10 people watching the stream, and then all of a sudden they've just got oof. Everyone get an F in the chat for Titanium's internet. Just so we know we have the talent. We have the crew. The real fans are still here. They want to see the end of this absolutely insane ball club. This insane ball game between two legends of the RBBL. The Commissioner, C8, and the two-time champion and one of the all-timers, Vissery. And we are going to send you back over to Slim for the call. Slim, take it away.
All right, and here we are. So I think basically our tech was so confused by Crazy giving up a home run that the game just kind of crashed. So here we are, back to the top of the 6th, the pitching side at least. And oh dear, did Claudia just...
Oh no.
Oh no, he let up another one. Oh, that is tough. I take some blame for jinxing him. He'll make the catch. So he's going to have a lot of work to do on the offensive side here. And first, though, we're going to watch Vissery. Let's see how much Vissery can pad this lead. The undergrounder in hand is going to be huge. We'll see when they decide to use it. Anna up to lead off. She's 3 for 4 on the day. Sophie has no interest in pitching to her so far. 2-0. Grounder to the left side. And she'll beat the throw. Lead runner on here. Lisa up. 1-0 to Lisa here. Foul ball. I'm surprised with going grounder, they're not trying to hit and run. Grounder over to Sophie. Won't matter. Nobody's getting there. And 2 runners on.
I don't know what is up with Kenny over there on third base. He's been disrupting the gameplay for these AI giants all game.
Yeah, he's not been great. Has not been great. Gary's gotten up with runners on multiple times and really done absolutely nothing with it. Let's see.
I'm jumping back on. I want to finish this out.
Oh yeah, go for it. Absolutely.
It's a
My
fun
computer is
one.
fine. It's just, I don't know. Decided to mess up.
Oh, the slow-mo.
2 singles from an 89 power guy. He's due.
There it is.
Oh, and is he ever? That is gone. Oh my goodness, it still hasn't landed.
Okay, I swear I did not watch this. Okay, it's my first time watching it.
How far did that go? We
That
got to
is
see that on Basecast.
551.
Oh my goodness, that's
I think
one of
that's
the
the
furthest
hardest I've ever seen Gary Allen hit the baseball ever.
Yeah, certainly the hardest he's hit it today.
Leave it to this to figure out how that can happen.
Gary was due, and now an absolutely commanding lead here. Trying to do quick math in my head. It's kind of a 6-run lead because it's 14-9, but with the tiebreaker, it's kind of a 6-run lead. 5.5 runs, if you will. Plus no outs, and the undergrounder still to go. Viss in an absolutely commanding position. And pop up. Oh. Get the out there. Ironically, the mod to be able to turn back on pop-ups hurt Vissery there because had Vanessa just kept running, she probably would have been safe, but more to avoid the double play. Play it safe.
Yeah, tricky one to read. It's you're sprinting, whether to keep sprinting or turn her back to avoid a possible double play.
And Libby will hit it. That'll be... Oh, wow. Pete was due. Big play there. And Cliff going grounder here. 2 outs, not using the undergrounder.
It could work out. Just sprint with the first base runner. Cliff Floyd's fast enough on his own.
Good pitch here. And there it is, right to
Could be
second
thrown out.
base.
Ooh,
Oh,
boy. Oh man.
wasn't even trying. And wow.
Knew the second baseman didn't have that good of an arm. Easy way to third. That one's going to use
And
the
Grace.
undergrounder. Yep.
Yeah. Especially with a power hitter up next. I forget who it is batting third for them, but it is big one. Now, ooh, tough. Now Cliff loses the hit and run ability on that steal attempt. That's high. Maybe she'll just draw a walk here.
36 pitches is a decent amount.
And she's been moving all around at first today. And there it is. Let's see where it lands. Cliff can score if it stays in the ballpark. And it oh my gosh, that could not have been better. That's
Inside the
gonna
park.
Grace
be,
could go all the way
that's
around.
gonna be.
Grace is going to go all the way around.
And Grace headed home. Oh, a home run on the undergrounder. And what was a tied game is now an 8.5-run lead for Viss. Wow.
What an inning for Viss late in the game. Very important risk taken. Uh-oh. Look who it
And
is.
Claudia. Oh, my goodness. That one's also all the way to Timbuktu out there. Wow.
Lordy.
That was a zero doubter.
Just when
The
we think
second that left the bat.
Just when we think this is human, they prove this to us once again. They are not.
Incredibly funny of this to let Crazy think they had a chance as well and then pull it out like this. It's really the funniest way to win. Oh, wow. All right, Anna. I believe Anna led the inning off, so they've batted around here in the 6th inning. And she'll get on again. It feels like this also got a lot of moments of incredibly bad luck and still has 18 runs. That's what makes you the best coach in the game, you know?
Working within the limitations, as it were.
Yeah, and so many things, to be able to still take advantage and just be this good it's incredible. I think this would be my highest RBBL score ever. And it's just another day in the office for Viss. And there's a grounder, and that should... Yep, that's going to be a hit.
That's her 5th single today.
Yeah, with Lofton on the mound, third base still a black hole on this defense for the AI Giants. Gary Allen, can he... let's see if he can get a combined 1,000 feet on home runs this inning. Lofton not messing around, 2-0. Wow, good take. Three and one. Oh, boy. Deep to left, but Pete is there. And he does not come up with it. The 3rd error of the game for Pete Wheeler. Oh, man. And it is 19-0. Ooh. 19-9 on the total score here. And Goodman on the grounder will flare it to left. That'll be a 20 spot. Wow. The amount of runs Vissery has gotten this game, post on 2 outs with a power-up, is crazy. Because they got a ton of runs on that screaming line drive. They scored 7 in that inning. I think that was a five extra runs with the screaming line drive. And then here, post undergrounder has been very aggressive as well.
I thought that was a ball. Otherwise, they would have sent him back.
Yeah, and no harm, no foul now. Bases with a 3-2 full count.
Yep.
Oh, pop up. Can he... We'll make the play.
9
this will end at a
20 runs, 40 hits.
40 hits is crazy. It's nuts. What a job. And with the feeling like they could have gotten more. Just that good.
Oh, yeah. Giants need 12. They need to get 23 runs. going to score here.
Yep, Pete on base. That's going to be part of the game plan.
Now, Crazy obviously doesn't know how many runs he needs at the time, but you wonder how aggressive he'd be. And that'll probably... Oh, no. Oh, jeez.
Pete's sliding halfway to the base there.
Yeah. I wonder if he sprinted sweep the whole way there, does he get safe at first? I don't know. Didn't sprint him much. Now we got 2 away for Debbie. I mean, Crazy has to know that +9's not going to do it against Vissery, right?
Oh, yeah.
So,
Should be see some aggressive play here.
yeah. Grounder, that'll score a run.
Back to double digits at least.
Yeah.
So I think Lofton has to hit. Everyone has to reach, and then Lofton has to come up again.
And all right, Lofton extending.
Maybe the hitter after Lofton. Sharif.
Steal Lofton, try and get Sharif on first.
Definitely.
Yeah, and then try and hit a bomb with whoever's up next.
Up.
But that'll do it.
Yep, that's Vis game right there.
Well, unless, I mean, Vis could hypothetically let up. Could hypothetically let up, what would that be, 9 runs? 11 runs? 10 runs?
With the way that AI Kenny Lofton has been playing on defense, at the very least, I don't know if the Giants have the fortitude.
I didn't just give up 7 runs at Parks as a user pitcher, so I mean it's possible. I don't think 7 would be enough though. It'd have to be a bigger, huge collapse than that.
Yeah, which is not going to happen. Although Lofton will start us off with a liner right to Gary. Gary's become kind of a hero of the game with that home run. Don't even remember his outs with the other. Don't even matter after that 500-footer. And Pito grounder, that's going to be a single. Debbie up. Grounder to Anna. Get the play at second. Oh, no.
AIY.
Yep.
And that'll do it. What a win for the Warmers. A statement win.
And yeah, it felt like as we said, a ho-hum game from Vissery.
Right.
This is
Color and I, we do power rankings every week, and Vissery, I think, will remain in the 2 spot. There's really some great teams at the top, 3, and the Warmers are definitely right there.
This is 03, right? I'm putting in the score for this. What week are we in?
It is.
Oh,
it
you
is
might not want to do
03.
that, Alex, because we're doing that pace cast log thing now, so Vince might need to attach to that.
Gotta wait for that. Of course, yeah, that's smart.
So yeah, just let them submit.
I don't have pace to cast. There we go.
Yeah, got to see the exact measurements on that Gary Allen homer.
Oh, absolutely.
Get that pace cast in there.
All right, well, that is that game. We have to change pace real quick because there is a Junior League World Series game about to happen. But very good game. Good call from the both of you. Sorry things didn't turn out. Sorry things It started to glitch out there near the end. But y'all did a
Look
great
out, yeah, you
y'all did a
pitched
great
it for me.
job.
Yeah, it was fun. See you guys later.
Alrighty. We will be back. Everyone hang tight. We will have more baseballs in just a moment.
You mean the booth?
The booth, yeah, the booth.
And we are back here. We have moved from one league to the next. We are now over here in the Backyard Baseball Online League, where we are about to see Game 3 of the Junior League Finals between Charguider and the blue, even though they're red, Fishes, against Matt95 and the Montreal Expos. Matt leads the series 2-0. And here to help us out, we have Ben, Bath, and Beyond. And Ben, even though the final score of the last game was 2-12, this still, the way everyone's been scoring in Game 1, still could be anyone's series.
Oh, absolutely. You can never count Charguider and the Fishes out. I know Game 2 ended up kind of getting away from them, but they looked really good Game 1, and they had the lead 6-0 before they gave it away in that first game. So they're certainly capable. They've shown that, and I certainly expect them to put up a fight, and we're all hoping for more baseball. No one except for Matt95 would complain about a Game 4 and possibly a Game 5.
Well, it looks like they're about to get started here. They have been waiting very patiently for that very long match of the week to close out. And what a fun match that was. It looked very tight, but of course Vish showed the world that they are, of course, not human. And you'll notice with Matt95 streaming the game, you'll see that mouse is very different compared to the your normal mouse. That's because Matt is playing on a Macintosh.
Yes, one of the few Mac backyard baseball players that I'm aware of.
All right, starting off is Fernando Diaz on the mound, and leading things off is Wing Quan, who looks at strike one, and we are underway. Fernando Diaz keeping it with those hooks, and he is ahead in that count 0-2. Wing Quan probably needs to swing the bat. Here comes Diaz with another hook. That one's a little low for ball one. The swing and the ground ball is very short. Sammy Sosa coming up, throwing to first, and there's one away. We got Zoe Mallory coming up to the plate now. Already a timeout is being used.
early timeout. It can't be a pitching change, so
Let's take a look. I think they're messaging us. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we are good.
maybe just an IRL pause.
Perhaps. That is a very high pitch, but it's in there for strike one. So far, a stellar pitching performance from Fernando Diaz. Zoe Mallory deep into left. Karen Donato is under it, and she drops it. Not quite able to make the catch. However, not too crazy as Zoe Mallory stays on first. And with only one out, one runner is on in the first inning.
Classic Karen Donato moment there, bonking the ball in left field.
A very important question has been asked by our friends in the chat. Devil Dave wants to know if the fishes are fresh water or salt. I guess that's a char guided question, but Susan Gore is going to run this line drive down, and she is going to make the recovery and keep this to another long, hard hit, quality hit single. And I'll bring up Alex Gonzalez up with 2 on and 1 out. The Fishes have a good chance here with a runner in scoring position. Diaz throws another hook.
And Chargater, who loves to change his lineup consistently, a little surprised not to see Fabienne Callahan here in the cleanup behind Fred Benson.
Gonzalez falls for another one of those hooks. He's going to go for the left one now. He's going to foul that one again. Gonzalez not necessarily the best with the contact, but a perfectly fine slap hitter and a stellar defensive person nonetheless. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Fernando Diaz with his first strikeout of the game. And there's 2 outs now, and the Expos are 1 out away from getting a chance to let their bats, which have been pretty hot this entire series, getting a chance for them to shine once again, especially on their home ball club park, which is the exact same as the Fishes Club Park. Now, Fabienne Callahan, the tank for the Fishes.
3 for 3, 3 home runs game 1, 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts game 2.
Well, that's not a strikeout, but it should be an easy put out as Raquel Cullen picks up that dribbler, steps on first base, and the Expos are up. Turn off studio mode, that way we can get these transitions in quicker. All right, leading off for the Expos is Shelia Basanti. Pitching is Wayne Kwan. He's going to pitch a hook. Seems that hooks are the new pumpkin spice. Everyone's using them. As a pop-up from Shelia Basanti. Under it is Ronnie Dobbs, the catcher, but Kwan is going to make the catch. Who runs under it, knowing that little Ronnie Dobbs can't quite get those pop-ups just yet. Maybe if he's older. Now we got Claudia Vallarta. The Expos continue. Ooh, a good line drive open to left field, but it's a great snag there from the third baseman. And that'll be 2 away. The Expos consist of Vallarta, Susan Gore, Sammy Sosa, Raquel Cullen, Fernando Diaz, the pitcher, as we saw, Shelia Basanti, who just hit, Kara Donato, Betty Houston, and Johnny Omar.
And Susan Gore stepping up to the plate here. Sammy Sosa, who's batting immediately behind her, has had a monster series, but Susan Gore surprisingly pretty quiet for the MVP. No extra base hits so far in the first 2 games, even though her team has scored over 20 runs.
Susan Gore being very patient here. It is very possible that he's just probably walking her. Yep, that's exactly what's happening. And she'll take that walk.
Now you got Sammy Sosa behind, so are you going to walk Sammy Sosa as well?
That is a genuine good question. Because seeing the scores for Game 1 and Game 2, there's no way that Chargater... Oh, yeah, no, this is going to be...
Yep, he's learned his lesson. I said, Sammy Sosa, you've got 3 home runs and 10 RBIs on me. I'm not going to let you swing the bat.
Callahan wants nothing. And Matt is just going to take it. The 2 best hitters are on the bases. And right behind Sammy Sosa, we have Raquel Cullen. So not nearly as good of a hitter as Susan Gore and Sammy Sosa, and even to an extent Claudia Villarza, but still a solid hitter nonetheless. Another timeout is being taken. Perhaps a pitching change at this point.
Yeah,
Or
it seems like the strategy is going to be bring in Fabian to walk and then bring back in your main pitcher. Although this is going to burn a lot of timeouts if he continues to do this the entire game.
That's a strike. Very close, but it is a strike. Probably gonna, gonna see if you can get the hit and run to happen. Not gonna happen, as that one's a little too high. That's a shot going into right field. That one is well hit. Under it, however, and making the catch is Felix, I believe Artie Pimbleton probably out there. And
yes,
the
Artie
Fishes,
Pimbleton.
yeah, and the Fishes are now right back up, and they've got one of their bats, Miss Rachel Labuena.
So the baby baseball plays worked out. The 2 walks did not come back to bite Chargeider.
That one's a grounder. Going over to the first base. No one's covering first base. Wait, someone's covering first base. It's the pitcher. Fernando Diaz misses it.
Classic pitcher glitch.
Goes into the stands, and Rachel Labuena starts this game off with a double. That'll bring up another solid hitter in Ronnie Dobbs. Solid as in his power is solid. His contact, not so much. The Fishes also comprise of, if I have not mentioned them already, Zoe Mallory, Fred Benson, Rachel Labuena. There's a strike inside. Winquan, Agon, Fabian Callahan, Artie Pimbleton. There's Ronnie Dobbs and Felix Grant. Forgot to mention that in the top half of the first inning, so we'll mention it now.
And this may be Fernando Diaz's last batter, as he's getting pretty tired.
It's not necessarily a good stamina look for Fernando Diaz, not unless he finds a way to strike out Ronnie, which he can probably do. That strike zone of Ronnie's is really confusing. It is a very small one, but it's still pretty high. Swing and it's fouled. Still 2-2. The folks want to see home runs, and Ronnie Dobbs is capable of that. Just gotta wait for the right pitch. If I were Matt, I'd probably think about, take your best pitch, and if he walks in, pick another pitcher. Swing and a miss! Strike 3. Ronnie Dobbs is fooled. And so Diaz, with his second strikeout of the game, it is very possible that some juice might be coming his way as Felix Grant comes up now. And there it is. That's the luck he wanted. He's not going to use it just yet because Felix Grant is not one of the better hitters. Swing and fouled away.
And man, oh man, the RNG for the juice boxes for the Expos, they have been getting one almost every 2 strikeouts this series.
Rachel Labuena trying for third, and she's going to make it. Johnny Omar does not pick up the throw from the first baseman. And now Artie Pimbleton has the Fishes' best chance of scoring right now, as there is a runner 90 feet away. Or 60 feet away, I guess, if these are kids. Low and outside ball 1. He's got that juice box. He can use it however he wants. Artie Pimbleton's not the best hitter, but he can hit the ball at least into the outfield. I've seen him do it before. There's the juice that we've been waiting for. Fernando Diaz has chosen the right time to chug the Gatorade. Here's the pitch. That is a shot going into left field, but it is foul. Immediately, Fernando Diaz rethinking his strategy. A grounder. This should be easy for Sammy Sosa to pick up. Throw to first, and that's the inning. And the Expos are coming right back up. No score to start this game. That doesn't mean there isn't going to be more score to happen, however, because Betty Houston, a solid 89 power hitter, is coming up.
And I noticed 4 logged errors there already for the Expos, and there's been 15 errors combined, so that's now 19 errors in this series.
Shot into left field. That one is gone. The Expos strike first. Betty Houston. It's 1-0. It wasn't a hard one, but it does not need to be a hard hit in not Playground Commons, Parks Department Field number 2.
And dare I say, to the Fishes, Houston, we have a problem.
You dared say it.
They're losing in a game they got to win, so.
This is a problem. Karen Donato now up for the Expos. Quan. Ooh, a perfect pitch. Some might argue that's a ball. We got an inside hook now coming from Quan. The count is now 1-1. That one's a sharply hit ground ball over to the third baseman. Pick up by Quan. Throw to first, not in time. Quan had a good arm. He's a pretty decent defensive player and a solid pitcher option as well. But the throw is not enough. And now Diaz is up. See if they can do a little hit and run magic. That one is right to Aegon, who's going to not step on first. However, makes the better play as he throws the ball to second base, preventing the runner from going into scoring position. And here comes Johnny Omar. That one's grounded. This could very well be 2. Throw to first, second. No!
Oh!
The ball, I believe, was dropped, and the second base, Freddie Benson, seemed to like drop the ball and kind of like levitate towards it, stepping off the bag. And now we got the top half of the lineup coming right back up. The Fishes are not out of the doghouse just yet.
Back-to-back unlucky defensive plays.
Basanti already, though, down 2 strikes. This one is going to be a foul ball. We'd like to take this time to celebrate 60 home runs on stream. I'm sure it's been more than that. Swing and a miss! Strike 3, Shelia Basanti down on strikes.
Yeah, this home run counter is only about 2 weeks old.
Oh, yeah. There's been a million more, but we're going to pretend. Hey, one more, and the bot will have more home runs than Babe Ruth had in a single season. So this will be very exciting for all of us here at the Backyard Sports Center.
Was Babe Ruth a fraud? Question mark?
Now, Babe Ruth is human. This is a robot. Babe Ruth does not yell, does not scold people for typing in all caps. I don't know if they did type all caps with typewriters back in the day, but is what we got. As a full count, Claudia Villarta. That's an easy ground ball. And a step on first, and the Expos are done. So the Fishes thankfully get a little bit, take care of the bleeding just a little bit. And Wing Quan is back up for the Fishes here in the top half of the third. That is strike number 1. Wing Quan against Fernando Diaz. The 2 pitchers. Quan has a strikeout. Fernando has 2. A swing and a ground ball going to Cullen. That one is foul. Quan has a decent contact bat. Waiting for the right moment. This could actually be... Okay, a swing, and...
Not a
Are we looking
desync.
at a desync? Are we looking at a timeout? Are they gonna go back?
Let's see.
It seems like there was a timeout called. Are they gonna go back and play, or is this something they're gonna have to reset for?
Are you still there? Let's play.
I think they're gonna have to reset.
We'll see what happens. There's a pitch. And that's a ball. Want to see if Charguider is doing anything.
He's moving. He's got a stance changing.
He's moving. I think that just might be a little bit of a glitch there. That's ball 3. It seems we might be back, though.
Although now Matt may want to say, "Oh no, it's frozen."
That's a hit over to Betty Houston. Should be an easy pickup. And it is, out number 1. Brings up Zoe Mallory. I think Charguider might be having problems now that we are not able to see. Okay. They're fine. Oh, okay. Gotcha. So Charguider is the one who's frozen right now.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, they're going to have to reset here. The score currently is Expos 1 and Fishes 0.
And I believe it's Susan Gore leading off for the Expos when they come up to bat. And with Susan and Sammy due up in the bottom half of the inning, you'd love Zoe and Fred, and maybe even Fabienne if she can get up, to put some runs on the board.
The Expos gotta do what they have been doing, and if Charguider is going to continue to pitch the way he has been pitching to these Expos, the back half of that lineup has really got to do all the heavy lifting.
Yes, and you got to think, if Susan and Sammy are leading off next inning, do you walk both of them with nobody out and just put runners on first and second, or do you have to pitch to them?
That is a genuine good question, because those walks happened with 1 or 2 outs. I don't remember which, but there at least was the chance that the Expos weren't going to do anything, and lo and behold, that's what happened. So the old IQ ball, they're still figuring out whether or not they should reset with Wing Quan or reset with Susan, who follows Wing Quan in the lineup. They might just... All right.
I think they've agreed to just restart the at-bat, so Wing Quan will be up. No balls, no strikes, and they're just playing it from there.
Yep. They're doing just a little bit of lineup strategy. All right, we're back.
Pitching today is Fernando. Wing Quan.
And Wing is up. And we are back.
We are back.
It does look like it. The line drive going over to Raquel Cullen. Easy catch, out number 1. So not really a big change there.
Nope. Just lined it to a different defenseman.
There we go. Here comes Zoe.
Target goes up. The delivery. The swing.
Grounded. Straight to Diaz. Past Diaz. Looks like Mallory is going to make it to first base. And the Fishes have one on for Brett Benson. The Akamet Khan clone.
This is the player you want up. He's having a good series so far.
Runner on first. 1 out.
Diaz is choosing to pitch to Benson, which, with the luck that the Expos have been having, you know, might as well.
Here's the pitch.
Swing and grounded.
A bouncing ball.
Dio falls on it. The throw to second is in time. No chance for a double play, but there's 2 outs for Alex Gonzalez.
Good play to get the lead runner there, even after the dive.
He comes center. He throws it.
In there, strike 1.
You got me.
And if Alex Gonzalez can't keep this inning going, you just know Fabian Callahan is getting walked to start the 4th.
But you kind of have no choice with Fabian. I mean, he is technically the Bowser of the group. That is a strikeout from Fernando Diaz, his 3rd of the game. Now the Expos are coming back up here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, bottom half of the 3rd. Says first, but we did have a little bit of a glitch happen, so we're in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. The score, albeit what the scoreboard says right now, 1-0 Expos.
The wind-up pitch on the way.
That is a strike to Susan Gore. Wing Kwan back up on the mound.
And delivered.
He's pitching to Gore. That's strike number 2. So Gore down in the count. You see she's playing a little bit more offensively, switching to the line drive and not just trying to go for a daddy hack. The pitch from Kwan. That might hit the zone. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Kwan gets Gore to strike out. That is Kwan's 2nd of the ball game. And here is Sammy Sosa.
Big strikeout there. The MVP, Susan Gore, still without an extra base hit in this series.
Sammy Sosa wearing those Cubs colors. So you know he's probably excited to get one over the fence. There's a shot into right field. You can kiss that one goodbye. 2-0.
That pitch caught a lot of the zone. You could see that one coming from a mile away.
And with that, Nightbot has passed Babe Ruth on the all-time single-season home run board. Just another one, and he can beat Roger. Then the Nightbot will beat Roger Maris. Cullen now up for the Expos. Let me go ahead and... There we go. The right graphic on screen. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
I will say I'm a little surprised that he didn't walk Sammy Sosa with the bases empty.
Easy grab for Wing Kwan as it's hit right to him. And now Betty Houston, who had the first home run of the game. The ground ball. Mallory might have a shot, or Kwan, whoever's going to get that one. Mallory just kind of lets Kwan have that one. And Betty Houston is on with a single. Brings up Donato. That's a ground ball. Everyone is kind of working with the ship, but Benson picks it up, steps on first, and the Fishes are back up. And they've got 3 pretty darn good hitters coming up, starting with Fabian Callahan.
You know, I mean, yeah, I guess if you walk her, you got Rachel LaBuena and Ronnie Dobbs behind her, so you kind of have to pitch to her here.
Chances are you could just pitch Fabian, because Fabian and Rachel are both pretty slow. and Ronnie Dobbs does not have great contact, you could probably walk the both of them and then just strike out Ronnie Dobbs and then try and get the double play from there. But Fabian Callahan just kind of...
Takes the dive.
Ooh, Sammy Sosa with a dive, but you can easily make that play out number 1. With a little bit of flair.
Rachel LaBuena steps up to bat.
And man, that first pitch looked really good, and then swung on a pitch that looked like it was going to be too high and inside.
Tattooed that one.
That one's going to be right over to Susan Gore, who's going to throw it all the way from center field, but it is an easy single for Rachel LaBuena, who was on with 1 out, and here comes the tying run, Ronnie Dobbs. Top half of inning number 4 for those who are just joining us. Had a little bit of a desync. The score is actually 0-2. As disconnects are pretty common here in the Backyard Baseball online league, excuse me. There is no on. Well, there is an offline league, the RBBL, which just played earlier today, but
Into the motion and the pitch.
that's another strike, Fernando Diaz.
Runner on first.
Chargeiger's got to figure out Ronnie Dobbs' weird little strike zone. He's got to figure it out fast. Here's the pitch. That's a shot going into center field. Susan Gore running back at the track. At the warning track, it is off of her noggin. And we have 2 on with 1 out.
It over to second.
Very close from Ronnie Dobbs, but it is just a single, and we got Felix Grant coming up.
Felix Grant does have a couple of home runs this year. He can do it at Parks Department number 2.
He doesn't even swing, but it goes right to Houston, and it goes off of her face. Raquel Cullen. Everyone is safe. The bases are loaded. An unfortunate situation. And here comes Artie Pimbleton.
A lot of backyard baseballing right now. A lot of boinks here in this inning.
Ball 1.
Inside ball 1.
1 out.
Diaz cannot just pitch like to Artie Pimbleton like he's
Low ball 2.
Mark McGuire. You just gotta throw the strikes, because Artie Pimbleton is not as big of a threat as any of the bigger hitters on the team. But this one is gonna go down center field. It goes past everyone.
Ooh.
It is 1-2. Is Roddy gonna go home? No, he is not. The bases are still loaded. A little bit of an idle glitch him up. And
Pitcher's frozen.
gonna have to
Third.
like throw it, and yep, that's what you gotta do right there. Yep, that is an easy fix, because if he idles and just kind of does nothing, that is yeah, there you go.
Wing Kwan.
And Wing Kwan is coming up.
Welcome to online backyard baseball with a crash and now a frozen pitcher.
The wind-up pitch on the way. Ball 1.
Inside ball 1. The bases are still loaded. The lead has been cut in half. Top half of inning number 4. Here in the World Series. This one's going to be blooped over. This should be an easy double play for Betty Houston. Throw.
Goes it to second.
Oh, it might not be a double play. A run scores. And we have a tie ball game.
Goes it to second. And he's safe.
Great base running from the Fishes there to turn back, and at worst was going to get in a pickle and allow Ronnie Dobbs to score, but actually gets back to the bag.
He comes center. And the delivery. Swing.
Mallory swings and misses at strike 1. That did look a little meaty, but it was just a little too outside.
He's ready now. The pitch.
Inside pitch this time, and it is an easy take from Mallory, ball 1. 1-1 now.
Into the motion. The pitch.
The pitch.
Strike
Strike 2. Good pitch from Diaz.
Red Benson waiting on deck.
The wind-up. The 1-2 pitch.
That looks hittable. Swinging a fly ball going into left field. Under it, Basanti, I believe. Karen Donato, actually, with the catch.
That's it. Out.
And that is it
Left on.
for the Fishes, but the game is tied. And now the Expos are coming back up with the bottom half of their lineup following.
Fernando.
You got Diaz, you got Jomar, and then we got back to the top of the lineup with Shelia Basanti. But the game is tied here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Pretty late in. We're getting to the second half of this ball game.
Target goes up. Rose it.
We would like to thank, sorry we didn't catch it, Mr. Retroactive for the raid. We got raided. 7 exclamation points. Mr. Retroactive, thank you very much for the raid. Sorry we weren't able to catch it earlier. My goodness, this has been quite the ball game. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Wing Quan strikes out Fernando Diaz. The pitchers. Talk about your pitchers duel.
Johnny Omar.
And the momentum is shifting in the favor of the Fishes.
He comes center. The pitch. Swing.
Jomar with the ground ball.
Bouncing ball.
Pick up by who? Mallory. No, it's off of Alex Gonzalez's noggin. And Jomar is on with 1 out, and Shelia Basanti coming up.
I shouldn't have said anything positive. That's on me.
Strike 1. Runner on first. 1 out. Target goes up. The delivery. Swung on.
The ground ball.
Bouncing ball.
Right up to Wing Quan. Ronnie's got a good arm, but everyone is safe.
Claudia Villar steps up to bat.
Now
Both
we got
teams having a lot of punks here.
yes, defense is not the name of the game apparently for either one of these teams. Ground ball. Everyone could be safe here.
Pitcher. Straight to second.
Nope, out at second.
Fires it over.
And a throw that seems to be offline. Will Ronnie Dobbs make it home in time? Yes, he will. And everyone, just best for everyone to just stay where they are. And runners are in scoring position with 2 out. And look who's coming up, and guess who's right behind her.
You can't walk her. You got to
Yeah,
pitch
you
to her,
have
even
got
with
to
first
pitch.
base open.
You have got to pitch to Susan Gore, and that's what Wing Quan is going to do. Strike 1. He struck him out earlier, but Susan Gore is the clone of Ken Griffey Jr. She does have that power. That one's a little outside, ball 1. This is the perfect part of the lineup for the Expos to have in this part of the game. And that is ball 2. That one's just a little bit low. Wing Quan, that looks hittable. That's a fly ball. It's going into right center field. That's going back at the track. It is caught by the right fielder.
Oh,
And the Fishes get out of another jam. The game is still tied. We are...
what?
Woohoo!
I can't believe that didn't leave the park. That looked like it had enough off the bat.
Boy. And so now in the top half of the 5th inning, the Fishes
That was ball 1.
are looking to turn this 5th inning into a fish inning with Fred Benson leading things off.
Now throws it.
That was impeccable. That was really good.
Thank you. I've worked on that one for at least a week.
He's set. The 1-1 pitch.
A little...
Slide.
Maybe the closed wasn't the right option there, because that one is fouled. Fernando Diaz
Here's the motion.
in control.
Swung
Might swing
on.
and miss, but he doesn't. He grounds it over Fernando Diaz with the pickup throw to first, out number 1.
First out. Alex
And here comes Alex Gonzalez.
From the stretch. Here's the pitch.
As in there for strike 1. Diaz has been pitching really well this game.
From the windup and the throw. Swing.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
I was frozen.
1 out. Here's the motion and the offering. That's the
Ooh,
ball. And the count
just
is
a little too low. But that is ball
From the
1.
windup
The
and
1
the
and 2
pitch.
count. Alex Gonzalez, who struck out earlier today, fouled away.
Foul. 1 and 2.
It's already got 2 strikeouts. You'd love to put the ball in play with Fabienne behind.
Takes the stretch and the pitch. The wing.
Swing and fouled again.
Foul territory.
Alex Gonzalez with a very decent at-bat. Diaz, even though he is getting tired, will continue the pitch like he is not. And it is 2 and 2 now. His better pitch is the left hook. Here it comes.
Here's the motion. Pitch on the way.
Does that look like it's in the strike zone? It is, and that is fouled again. Alex Gonzalez doing a really good job keeping in this at-bat now.
The motion.
And Diaz is getting a little tired of this crap. But Alex Gonzalez is going to ground this one over to Johnny Omar, and Johnny Omar is going to dive on it, therefore not really making a play at first. And Alex Gonzalez is on first with 1 out.
What an at-bat from Alex Gonzalez. Saw almost 10 pitches. Drained Fernando Diaz. We might get a pitching change here with Fabienne up. Oh, we're not. He's going to keep pitching.
And the throw.
That one's a little too outside, ball 1. Who do the Expos have in their itinerary now that Diaz is a little too
Throws it.
is getting a little worrisome.
They go to Chucky Flinder. That's their number.
I'm here, gang. Don't worry. Don't you worry. We are here. We are going to very quick. I would just like to give everyone a little bit of behind the scenes as to what happened, where I'm at in the world. Oh boy. Yes, reconnect. Please let me reconnect to the game that I was just in. Okay, here we go. We're back. We're back. Don't you freaking worry. Don't even sweat, dog. All right. Tell them to play ball. We're ready.
All right. Play ball, gentlemen.
Oy.
I could type. That would be a lot quicker. Oh my gosh.
We are back. Sammy Sosa up now for the Expos. He had a home run earlier today.
Here's the motion and the delivery.
We are in the bottom half
Nobody
of
out.
inning number inning number 5, excuse me, which means the Fishes are done.
That was ball 3.
I'd like to apologize to everyone. I am really trying to raw dog it here. I'm in the middle of a severe thunderstorm warning. And that is a
Well, we
walk.
appreciate the effort.
Yeah, that's why I got home early, because they saw the weather and they were like, nah.
Raquel Cullen steps up.
So, Sosa's on. Raquel Cullen. And Sosa's not the fastest, but he is also not the slowest. Cullen right down. There is nobody in center field. The Expos might take the lead right back.
Off the wall.
But Raquel Cullen, that is not a good throw.
Lands on, throws it to second.
Yep, that is an easy lead take back. The Expos, as Sammy Sosa runs from first base all the way around to home. It is now 3-2.
And that is the risk of having Fabienne Callahan and Rachel Labuena out in the outfield.
They have a runner on second. No out. He winds the delivery. That was ball 1.
There's a 1-1 count now to Betty Houston, who had a home run earlier today. That's hittable. That's a fly ball going into right field. Under it. He is under it, and he is going to make the catch. Raquel Cullen will easily run to third, however, will not run home, though. Alex Gonzalez has a pretty decent arm. There's one away.
Steps up to bat.
Artie Pimbleton is playing a really sure-handed right field. That's 3 really high pop-ups that he has not bobbled.
Foul ball. Runner on third.
Yeah, the
One
Fishes keep with it. If they're able to come back in the 6th inning, honestly, you might be able to thank Artie Pimbleton out there in right field. But this inning is not just over quite yet. Karen Donato,
out. The pitch.
very decent player herself. That one's foul. So, contrary to the first 2 games, this is a much closer game.
A bouncing
This
ball.
one's grounded.
That should
That's
get
going to
the
be
run
another
home.
run. Easy another run for the Expos. The score is now 4-2.
Throws it over.
The Expos showing some 4-2 to here,
Fernando Diaz.
showing why they should be the Junior League champions. And now we got Fernando Diaz.
Goes up. Here's the pitch. A swing.
That one's fouled back.
That's a really big insurance run because Fabienne Callahan and Rachel Labuena are due up for the Fishes.
A bouncing ball.
That is off the back of the pitcher. Everyone should be safe here.
Johnny Omar punts
In the middle of all this, we got like somebody new in chat who's learning about this league right now.
to the motion. Fires.
We'll plug more of our
Nice.
stuff at the end of the game here, but thank you for joining us, Mr. Jason Awesome Gaming, or JAG for short.
Throws it.
This is as good a time as any to get an introduction to the league with a very, very entertaining World Series.
Swung on.
Ground ball right to Ronnie Dobbs. Throw to first is in time. Throw to second. They won't even try because Karen Donato is at third. And, you know, the base running is as probably more important in this game than it is in regular baseball, given the arms of these players can sometimes be absolute noodles.
Second and third, 2 out. From the stretch and the delivery. Swing.
Ball fouled behind everyone.
Here's the windup. Pitch on the way.
Basanti is the top of the lineup. A swing and a miss. Strike 3. And the Fishes get out of another jam, but they only have 3 outs to tie this ball game.
Third inning.
This is very intense, and they've got some pretty darn good players to lead off this part of the inning. All the Expos got to do is get these guys out. Question: do they keep Fernando Diaz on the mound? The answer is yes, apparently.
Rewind. Touch to the plate.
That might be too low. It is too low. Ball 1.
1-0.
Top half of inning number
The
6.
stretch and delivered.
That's in there. Strike 1. Good pitch from Diaz. He does have a big freeze in his pocket. That is another strike. A good pitch. 2 really good pitches from Fernando Diaz. He's got to switch to that right hook, though, and hope to goodness that it does not reach the strike zone. Swinging a fly ball going into right field. Sheila Basanti is going to be under it. She makes the catch. Out number 1. Rachel Abuena is taken care of. Now we got Ronnie Dobbs.
The captain of this team needs to keep their season alive.
He's ready now. He throws it. Swung on.
That one's deep into left field. Forget about this one. Ronnie Dobbs has cut down the lead. And it is now 4-3. This is a ball game.
And what a time for Ronnie Dobbs' first home run of the season.
You said season?
I believe he only had 7 hits in the regular season, and I know that he doesn't have one in the postseason. If he does have one, it's just one, but I'm pretty sure that's his
making a
first
big
one.
deal about this Ronnie Dobbs home run in the Discord chat, so I would you've got to be right.
Here's the motion. Here's the pitch. That was
And with
ball
only
two.
one
He's
out,
been-
One out.
yes, go ahead.
Yeah, he's been trying for that one all season. So every game he talks about Ronnie Dobbs.
A bouncy
Grant,
ball.
easy
Near the
pitch
number
to
the
Fernando
man.
Diaz,
Throw to
out
first
number
base.
2.
Got him out.
And the Fishes, as is said many times in the history books, are down to their last out. And they're going to keep
Takes the strike.
the Iron Man, Fernando Diaz, on the mound. This one's fouled.
Hooper in foul territory. 2 out. Takes the strike
The left hook.
and delivered.
It's in there. That one's hit deep into left field. Do we have a tie ball game? We have a tie ball game! The Fishes with the glitchy home run into left field. Artie Pimbleton! What a shot!
It's an Artie party. The All-Star keeps the season alive for the Fishes. Oh my goodness.
Absolutely incredible stuff from these Fishes late in the game. They are showing never say die. They got the hook in their mouths, but they refuse to bleed. They refuse to be chopped up by these Expos. Trying to cut the reel as they are being brought up to shore.
Houston.
And finally, the Expos are done using their Iron Man, Mr. Fernando Diaz, as
Scooped it up.
their pitcher. But Raquel Cullen with the easy step out.
The Expos
And look who's coming up.
Well, I'm going to say we have an 80% chance of a walk-off.
Claudia Villarson comes to the plate.
I mean, that is an absolute gauntlet to have to face in the bottom of the 6th
You
inning.
cannot walk any one of them. You just kind of have to
That was ball
either
one.
accept your fate or try your hardest. And really, Try your hardest is the only solution here if your season's on the line.
That was a ball with nobody out. Into the motion, the pitch.
Lardo with a liner going over to right field. Off of... Ooh, Zoe Mallory falls over. And Claudia Valarte will have an easy double. We've got a little bit of a... Ooh, falling over. And continuing to fall over is Fred Benson. And now we got Susan Gore.
Now they could walk both, get the bases loaded, so there's a force, and I think maybe that's what they're going to do. I think they're going to bring in Fabian, walk both, so it's bases loaded, force at home.
No,
but nobody's going to be out. Ronnie.
Ronnie Dobbs up to pitch now.
Dobbs has a really good fastball, I'll say that much.
We'll have a runner on second with nobody out.
That's not a walk. That's a competitive pitch.
The delivery.
He's continued to competitively pitch to Mrs. Susan Gore, who hasn't really done a whole lot today. Does have a strikeout to her name. Fly ball, center field, going back, at the track, at the wall, gone! We got an Expos sweep in the house. Susan Gore with the walk-off home run, and for the first time in BBOL history, the World Series has been decided on a walk-off home run. The hero of the game, Susan Gore, the champions of the Junior League, Matt 95, and the Montreal Expos. Getting their glorious revenge from the season 13 mishap in the 2002 World Series of the RBBL earlier this calendar year. This rivalry continues to produce banger after banger. What a fantastic way to end it here for Season 7, which means we have one more series to go. The Fishes and the Bombers for Game 5. But enough about that. Let's talk about this game that just happened, which was one of the better games that has happened in these entire playoffs.
I mean, it just had to be. It had to be the MVP who had been so quiet all World Series, no extra base hits through those 3 games. It had to be Susan Gore.
Who else but the Junior League MVP? The rest of the Expos, the rest of the Expos lineup have been doing a lot of the heavy lifting this entire World Series, and it is very basically just saying the same thing you just said. It is very fitting for Susan Gore to have her World Series moment in this fashion, but also for Matt 95 to finally get a championship of his own after losing in very dramatic fashion to the same coach, Char Guider, earlier this calendar year for the RBBL world title when Matt was, again, the Expos and Char Guider was the Johto Golds earlier this year. This is probably one of my new favorite, not even one of, this is just straight up my new favorite rivalry. Forget Char Guider and Pickle Boom. This is the real deal right here. So Matt, you are welcome to unmute if you want to. We would love to have a word with our new Junior League champion, the hero of the Junior League, Mr. Matt 95. I guess only one thing to ask, and that is, how do you feel, buddy?
Feels good. It feels good. It ended the right way. Susan Gore, Ronnie Dobbs, whatever we wanted to see.
Yes, Ronnie Dobbs having at least one moment, right before.
Yeah, he had 2 moments. One was good, one was bad.
Well, yeah.
And I have to know, does this make up for the RBBL World Series Game 6 loss?
You just had to remind him about that.
I can't let it. I got you. That's how the rivalry continues.
You're just trying to get good television, is what you're doing right now.
Can you blame me?
I can't hear Ben.
Oh, you can't hear Ben.
Oh.
Let me just change something real quick because there was a lot of dead silence there.
There was.
Oh my gosh! Did this guy mute me? Hello?
You better not have.
Discord muted you. I plead the 5th.
Okay. Well, I had so my question was,
His question was,
does this make up for the RBBL World Series?
You mean, does this make up for the last post-game interview I had with Alex?
what was the, oh wait, this is the second interview, I guess. Because this one counts now, I got, right? What happened
we
the
thought
last
the last
time
one
we
counted
what
too,
happened the
but,
last time we had the what happened the last time we had the interview?
Sharguider can remind you with his block text of the cheese ruling that was like 3 paragraphs long,
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
which he
Yep.
may have tattooed somewhere on his body. We're not
Oh
really
no,
sure.
it's got to be like somewhere on his back at this point. I bet you that tattoo artist is probably confused as all hell as he's looking at it.
I mean, they probably know the rules better than anyone else at this point, really.
Ah, very true.
But I don't think this one can get overturned, so it definitely feels more permanent.
No, this is for sure. This is set in stone. We have it in writing. We have it on tape. This was a live recording for the most part. It got interrupted by lightning, but outside of that, this is legit. This is the perfect way to I guess you guys, I was just saying, this is like a brand new freaking this is like the new big rivalry, I would say. I'd say the Char Guy to Pickle thing is done and over. This Char Guy to Matt thing it's something special. It's brought in us a lot of big time moments, and of course Susan Gore now joins Marcellus Marks in the playoff hero category for the both of you guys.
Well, I think just like our great country, we have gone from fighting the British to fighting against ourselves. So the arc of history repeats.
Jesus, that
Leave
hurt.
it to the leave it to the teacher to say something like that, man. You know.
Oh my gosh, yeah, absolutely. What a what a way to put it. Tell us how. Give us a little bit of what was going on in your mind throughout the regular season and throughout the postseason. Like, were you confident that you were gonna get a good shot at the World Series? Because I know you had a lot of success in leagues past. I remember you put up a darn good fight in the Super Duper League when we were in the same league that year. But yeah, this seems to be a really good climbing the ladder moment for you.
You know, this was the first year that I actually drafted a real power hitter between the few different leagues. And it turns out the game's a lot easier when you have Susan Gore. And then also
sure.
trade for Sammy Sosa. So
Yeah.
leaning into power, I think, really worked out this year because a lot of good hitters fell in the draft. A lot of people went towards the speed direction. And so it worked out in terms of a value play. And then just being able to exploit teams that didn't have great pitching and use the home stadium to hit a lot of home runs. It worked out really well.
I think
yeah, go ahead.
I think we can confidently finally say that you won the Sammy Sosa trade.
I think the people will debate that for generations.
They'll debate it, but who's got the ring?
I think Sammy's got the ring.
There we go. That's all you need right there. Well, once again, Matt, congratulations on your junior league title. We are not done here in the BBOL. We have one more game. We have a Little League champion in Whooper. We have a junior league champion in Matt 95. But we have one more game. One singular game left in this season. Who is it going to be? Is it going to be HC3 and the Fishes? Or is it going to be returning champion CRK and the Junior Bombers? Only time will tell. In fact, we don't know when the game is going to be yet. Either not Thursday or Friday. It is very possible it could either be Tuesday, it could either be Wednesday, but it is not Thursday or Friday. So at worst, we will most likely see you in once the weekend is done. But as for us, we are going to send it off to not a backyard baseball stream, because there are none right now. We're going to send you off to a backyard soccer stream that is happening right now. We're going to send you off to Clan Do Play. They are, accordingly, talking about good game design. And so we are going to raid them to see if they are going to play some more backyard soccer or if they're about to wrap things up. But thank you for watching. Thank you very much for watching. This was a very fun stream for both games. And we will see you guys later on in the week for more backyard baseball action.